Alright guys, welcome back to another recap a little bit later in the day. Got myself back to green this morning, called it off, turned off all the Thinkorswim platform, and did not look at any more charts for the rest of the day. Right now, I think we got earnings on a couple of larger stocks, but I'm not trading anything, even if it's after hours or anything like that. Today is going to be a good video for all of you guys, and the reason why is because I stress this all the time. The reason that people are successful in day trading is not because they have some magical indicator, because they have some magical way of telling if the stock is going to go up or down. It's going to come down to emotions. And today I actually was able to flip a whole day from being down pretty big on the day to, getting myself to green, getting myself to decent green. I gave profits back, and then I was able to just shut it down and walk away. And that is the reason why people are successful day trading. If you can control your emotions and not spiral out, then you are going to be successful. The reason, or not the reason, so I'm going to go over, here's my P&L for the day. I am up $560 on the day. For everybody that is new here, I stream live every single morning completely free. As a matter of fact, I just suggest you guys go watch today's live trading video. I'll figure out, see if I can post it up here somewhere, but if I can't, then it's on my YouTube channel. Just go to my live trading videos and you should see the whole live trading of today's session, and you guys will see. Once I was down on the first trade, $1,700, I took another trade. I went down almost $1,800 unrealized. But after that trade, and after I realized it, I still said, you know what? I'm staying calm. I'm going to look for the next trade. I didn't revenge trade. I didn't up my share size and went for a bigger trade to make it all back. I didn't try taking profits too early. There was a couple of those trades where I was following it down, and I thought the move was going to happen. Just because I'm red and just because I see green in my P&L, I'm not cutting those wins real quick. I'm not saying, okay, 50 bucks here, 50 bucks here, 50 bucks here. I'm trading the chart, and I'm looking for that trade that I would do if I was sitting at $0 on the day. So I suggest you guys go back and watch it. It happens in the first 15 minutes of market open, so you guys can see me go down, almost down $2,000. Stay calm, stay focused. Found the next trade, took it a little bit off. Found the next trade, took a little bit more off, and finally got myself back to green. But if you guys want to join every single morning, 15 minutes before market opens, free live trading every single day. Today, profit 560. I did take a trade on Lucy on the small caps, and no shorts today either. At the beginning of the day, I was focused on Tesla. I was digging myself out of a hole that I had not even any opportunity to look at the shorts at all. So a little unfortunate. I think we got some nice faders. Lucy, I guess I could have ended up shorting afterwards. Look at this nice fade on this thing. Missed that. But TENX was one that the market opened. As soon as market opened, this one faded all the way down. ELVS could have been another one that could have got a nice short there. On the long side, Lucy maybe coming out of some of these halts right here. And then I almost got some pullbacks here or maybe somewhere in here. But at that point, I had gone through the big large P&L on the day that I decided to just call it anyways. Let me go over Tesla. So Tesla's the only thing I traded today, and to be honest, coming into the market open, I have seen Tesla every single day for the last month and a half, and this thing is on one of the biggest runs I've ever seen it do. Just in general. So if I go back and just, for example, filter the last 15 years, if you see the nice bull rallies this thing has, it goes from 250 to 350, about $100 range right there. Gaps up, tries to go for it again, ends up rejecting here. Same thing, kind of 300 to 400. Well, I guess it's pretty common for the stock to rip, but a lot of these things, you get kind of the one pull away, two pullbacks, and goes. You get for it to pull away, gaps up, and then it's done. This one, it had two gaps and kept running. This thing just goes from lows of $100 goes to 140, and then kind of a flat top here at just under 150, gaps up over 150, makes a massive run, tries to sell off a little bit, makes another run, another gap, and then goes all the way up to a high of 196 today or something like that. So coming into today, I thought, $200 is right there. We're really close to $200. We've gone from a move from $100, so I was really short bias coming into this morning. I know we had a rally yesterday because of FOMC, but I was just very short bias. That was a long intro. Sorry guys, my intros are usually not this long before I go over the charts. But because of that short bias, I was willing to take some shorts in Tesla, and it squeezed me out again. 186.91. This was just kind of a quick pre-market level, right here, kind of just the top of that level there. Kind of used it as support there, a tiny amount. Went for a run, pulled back down, and then used it the first minute of market open, trying to catch a bounce, flushed really hard through that level. And here is where, as soon as this thing started popping up, I was short. I think I added some here, short. And this candle closed under VWAP, closed under 186.91. This candle closed under VWAP, closed under 186.91. This candle closed under 186.91. And so I was holding the short right here the whole time. I was in it. I think I might have averaged in a little bit higher here. And I was looking for this thing to go back down to a low day here, potentially 183.81. This thing had just gapped up again, so I was looking for this thing to continue that, to come back down and close the gap. So this would have been my first price target in that area. And I was short right there, and then this thing just went against me, and I ended up stopping out somewhere right here right away. That was my first trade. Within the first 5 minutes of the market open, I'm down $700 right off the bat. At this one, I thought, I'm still not convinced that this thing is going to go to $200 today. I thought maybe it just could hold, maybe if it wants it tomorrow or something like that. I just didn't think it would do it today. Or at least get really close to it. And so I ended up seeing that this was kind of weak. I tried going for a high, couldn't do it. Tried going for a high, couldn't do it, and then sold off. And so when this sold off, I started adding short here again, maybe thinking we could get a weak break and then put it right back down. I saw a lot of shorts here trying to push the stock down, and that was my mistake. So I see a lot of shorts here, and we actually got above that level, reclaimed that level, held that level. Shorts are trapped here. They're going to be stopping out right here, especially a high day. They're going to be stopping out. And my thinking was, no, this is a bull trap. This is a bull trap. This is going to go back down. So I ended up shorting here again. Got squeezed on that move again. I ended up closing it out somewhere right here. And basically was 2 for 2 right off the bat, and boom, I was down. I think at that point 1.3k on the day, back to back 2 losses there, and so that was a little bit unfortunate. Now here is where, if you guys go back and watch the video, and the whole time I'm like, you know what, in my mind I was saying, and I'm pretty sure I said it somewhere in the stream, if I go down 2k, I'm out. I'm just gonna close it down, shut down business, and call it a day. And I was like, you know what, look for the next trade, look for the next trade, look for the next trade. I ended up seeing it get pretty heavy here still. A lot of shorts were still in this, trying to defend this 190 here. So I think I ended up taking some shorts here, got the move down there, all the way down to here. I think I ended up cutting some profits, I ended up taking some profit back. And then on this move up, I think this is the one that almost burned me again. So I was down to 1.3 here. I think at the bottom of here, I brought it down to like $700, $600 on the day red. So I made back what one of these trades was, and then I started scaling into another short here, and I scaled in way too early on this one. I was looking for this pivot here to hold right there, and so I scaled in almost like right at that level. So when this was hanging up here and I was still in that trade, that's where I was down. Like, I think 1.8 might have been the highest I saw. I thought it was 1.6, but I went back and looked at my own stream, looked at my own live trade, and I was down 1.8. I don't think I saw 1.9 or 2k, but it was very close. If this thing would have just shot back up over this 190 level, I would have stopped out. That would have been 2k on the day. That would have been 1, 2, 3 red, 4 red trades in a row, and I would have been done for the day. Or maybe just downsize the lot and try to chip at it a little bit, but not revenge trade it. Anyways, so I was down like 1.8, and I was so close to stopping out of this trade, like right here. And I knew if this thing went 190 again, I had to just call it and suck it up and say, you know what, I just had all last month green, except one day, and then a green day yesterday. Today's just the red day again, it's just unfortunate. But it started working, it held, started pulling back, and because I was in pretty heavy on this trade right here, same amounts here, maybe a little bit more. I wasn't revenge trading, but I was in heavy in here. As soon as it started pulling down, my P&L just swung from one side to all the way to the other. Like, it went from negative $800 right here to like, negative 700 to negative 400. I think at one point down here I was in the green, like 200, $300. I think I don't quite remember exactly. So I got short, stopped out, got short, stopped out, got short, got a little bit, scaled most of it out, re-added, down 1.8 unrealized, got it all the way back down. I think at this point I was down, I remember, I was down $300, $400 right here. Down still on the red, and then pops up again. I add more shorts. I add more shorts right here, short, 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 and then this thing pulls back on down. And at this wick right here, I was up $300 on the day. But at this point, this is what I'm saying. I'm not going for just a green and just to take my profit and run. I'm going for the trade, and my trade was potentially this thing could go down to 183.81, close the gap. And if I would have caught that move here again, I would have gone back to $1,000 profit easily. So I was up 300, didn't close it, went against me, back down to negative 400 on the day as I stopped out right here. Negative $400 or something like that. I was like, oh, I was just green and now I'm red, and it was really frustrating me. I was getting, my emotions were getting triggered today on Tesla. And at this point, I couldn't watch anything else. So it's like I'm trading a losing battle with Tesla, and I can't short Lucy. I can't short TENX. I can't short anything else. I can't go long on Lucy. Lucy coming out of halts and ripping dollars and stuff. Couldn't do it. I was so focused on this thing. Anyways, I think I tried another couple of shorts against this 190 level. Just I was so bearish on this thing that it was wrong. I was short here, trying to get the move back down. Couldn't get it. Eventually, this candlesticks right there, reclaims 190, closes strong. I go long. I'm like, screw this. This is not going down. This is going to trap shorts again. This is not going down. This is repeating what it did this other couple days over here. It's repeating what it did these first days where it should flush, it should flush, it should flush, and holds and holds and holds and holds, and then eventually holds, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. Shorts are trapped. They're gonna get squeezed, and that's exactly what happened here. And I ended up going long. I went long some around here, got a nice trade there, and then at this one, now my focus was, we're not going down. We're going up. What's our target? $200. I was like, there's no way this thing is gonna rip another $10 from 190 to 200. But I was like, didn't think this day was gonna go from 160 to 185, almost $20 a share. I thought, what, this might be its last push. If it wants 200, it's gonna do it today. And so I flipped my buys, went long here. I think I missed some of this trade here. I caught a nice short once I saw this huge stuff. I think I ended up shorting right here and then caught this move down, so I made a little bit more on that. But so I think at the end of that trade I was up like maybe $300, $400, $500. And then the last one was I took a long on that same level. Here's the same level, kind of tries to go for it, gets stuff, goes for it, reclaims that level. I go long right here. And at this point, I thought, I'm going to make this into a short. I thought this thing is just going to straight shot to $200. There's no way. I was like, if I get back in, if I even sit on stream, if I get into a long trade on Tesla and it's working, I am not selling. I'm gonna let this thing run, and I'm gonna let this thing run as far as I can before I realize that this is getting stuff or we hit $200. And so I went long right here. This move right here, pretty nice. I actually want to show you guys this because the whole time it's kind of funny. Because I was joking around, but I stuck to it. I got it, and during stream I was like, I'm not selling. This is gonna keep going. This is squeezing shorts. Everybody here, even if more shorts piled in this area, here's that short right there. Even if more shorts pile in this area, once again they're gonna get squeezed. Same thing had happened this day right here, and so I stuck it out, and I got in 193. Looks like my first sell was already $1 higher. My second sell was $1, almost $2 higher, and then some of these last fills here is like almost $3 higher, 2.5. So 193 to 196. That's like $2.5 higher on 100 shares. So that in itself was like $200, And so from this total right here was like another extra 400, maybe $500, depending on how much I was on before. But that trade itself put me back to like, now I was up $900 on Tesla. So I went from being negative 1.8 unrealized, realized 1.3, unrealized 1.8, to making back, 2 point, I don't know what that is, 2.7 to whatever, I don't feel like doing the math. Back to now being sitting here green $900 on this ticker. I was like, that's it, there's no need for me to overstay my welcome. Actually, I did take one more trade, and the other trade, it was a good setup. It was right here. Yeah, it was right there. So, pivot, holds it, flushes, resistance. You could see that bounce between this level. So rejects it, supports it, rejects, well, supports it, flushes. Even if it's a flush, if it's not a clean level like that, but it actually like initiates a flush or a squeeze, I will mark that level like that. So right there, it's the same level, perfectly to the penny resistance. And so when I saw this volume here with that candle volume and that pullback to the level, I took my ad on those two red candles right there. And I kept adding on the way down. I thought this candle was going to just slurp right back up and maybe this thing was going to go. I thought, you hit 197 almost. Why not just hit 200 at this point? Like, just get the actual flat number, $200 on the day, $200 on the stock. Um, so I tried going long there, and I did give back like 250 bucks or something like that off my high. So I went from like 900 to $650. So I gave $200 back, $250 back. And at this point, I didn't want to overstay my welcome. I was down on the day. I was getting emotional. I was getting frustrated with the stock. I got myself back to green, got myself back to, almost $900 or $800 on the day, and I gave some back. So calling it green, ending for the day. There might have been a few good setups on the way down here. Uh, you know, once this whole I haven't even looked at this, but once this whole trend line cracked, and you could have taken some shorts here, maybe short bounce of VWAP, maybe this giant flag under that 190 level, same thing as earlier. There it is, and then your target. What was my target to close the gap? This 183.81. Ends up going right to 183.81 and ends up literally reclaiming that level, yesterday's high, close the gap and bounce back up. So that makes sense to me, but I wasn't watching it anymore. Anyways, suggest you guys go watch this video. You guys go watch it live and learn a lot from it. If you guys just in general like these videos, these recaps, learn anything from them, hit the thumbs up, leave some comments down below. Anything at all you guys need, questions, concerns, feedback, just anything like that, leave some comments down below. Hit the like on the video. Tomorrow is the last day for this week. This week I think I'm sitting around 2K on the week, which is not bad. I've had a few close calls, and then Monday was actually red. Monday was the first red day I've had all year. But coming off of a strong week last week, I think I was somewhere in the 4.7K last week, and this week sitting at 2K, just under 2K, or maybe just over 2K. Uh, yeah, just over 2K. That's a decent week. So if I keep this up, I'll be in good shape, and I still have tomorrow left. So hopefully just green to end the week and come back Monday with a fresh start as well. Anyways, you guys have a good one. See you guys tomorrow on the recaps, and you guys have a good rest of your day.